Hey guys, how's it going? I am sitting in the car right now waiting to pick up my kids, and one of my kids is actually in the car, but I put on a movie for him and gave him headphones. So now I can record my podcast here and just like I am alone. So this is motherhood, right? So welcome. I'm Natalia Schneimiller, and I am a woman who helps other women stop all the fighting in their relationships by teaching them how to manage their mind so that they know how to handle anything in their life. So I am super inspired today to share with you what's possible for you in your relationship. So when you reach that point in your relationship where you want to be, where you stop all the fighting, where you feel like this is a really good relationship, this is where you want to be, that doesn't mean that you will not have turbulence, right? That does not mean that everything becomes super easy and like flat and everything is the same every day, right? Things will happen. There will be, I don't want to call them fights, but I want to call them kind of triggers for you to go deeper into you. So what's possible for you? It's so incredible that when we get to this point where we are so invested in creating a good relationship with the other person, that when something happens, let's say someone, your son or your partner say something to you and you have a reaction, and instead of reacting to the thoughts that you're having, instead of acting out the reaction at the person, at your son or at your partner or anyone, and having a fight and thinking it's because of the other person, you do the opposite. You are so aware that what's going on for you right now actually has nothing to do with the other person. And you can actually communicate that to the other person. You can say to the other person, hey, you know what? I have no idea what's going on for me right now. I am trying to figure it out. I feel kind of messy. I don't know what's coming up for me. I don't feel good, but I'm not sure what's happening. I'm kind of feeling shut off. And you know what? I'm sorry, but this is me. This is all about me. It's not about you. It's not coming from you. You don't have to, take it personally. You don't have to be defensive. This is actually, I just had a conversation with a client who was able to do that with her partner. And I think it's the most beautiful thing because you take a messy human moment in life and you use that as a way to connect with yourself and the other person, which then turns out to be a beautiful moment, right? So you don't even have to figure out your own stuff to be connecting with yourself and the other person. You just have to be honest with yourself, and then you can tell the other person honestly, like, I don't know what's going on, but something's not working. I'm off, I'm shut down, but I don't know what's going on. When I figure it out, I'll let you know, right? And the way that her partner reacted when she shared that with him was that he was kind of relieved that it wasn't about him. It wasn't his fault. And he saw that it was actually not about him, and he could kind of stop being defensive. He didn't have to defend himself because for the first time, or maybe one of the first times, it was not his fault that his wife was going through something, which is a beautiful thing. We take all that responsibility off the other person and take that back to us and own it. And so I just wanted to share that with you so you can start doing that today. And you can just tell yourself, this is not about him, your son, or your partner, or it's not about your mom, it's not about your friend. This is not about them. This is about me. What's going on for me? What am I thinking? What am I feeling? Why am I feeling this way? And by the way, the why is always the thought. Like, why am I feeling this way? Oh, it's because I'm thinking, they should be different, or they're a terrible person, or so on. And so getting curious instead of reacting to whatever's coming up for you, instead of reacting and causing a fight in your relationship. The end goal is not to not have like human interaction where nothing comes up for you. Things will come up for you, but you will have a different reaction to that. You will be more kind with yourself. You will be more open with yourself. And you'll be able to ask yourself questions which will help you to be honest with yourself, will help you realize what's going on and why you're feeling the way you're feeling. And then you can then solve that feeling, thinking equation for yourself without involving the other person. It's none of their business why you're feeling this way. It's none of their business in terms of they're not responsible. Yes, you can totally share what's going on for you after you figured out, and even in the middle, you can say, I don't know what's going on for me, but I'll figure it out. I'll let you know. And so that is something that is the kind of, I picture it as an end goal where we have a human life still. We still have feelings that come up for us. We still have circumstances that happen out of our control. We have reactions to that, but how we react to that is very different. And my client just demonstrated it beautifully. And I definitely done that with my husband. I would just tell him, I don't know what's going on. Something's off. And sometimes now, actually, that I trust myself to be honest and I trust him, I even take it a little bit further and I actually ask him for his help and like ask to talk it through with him. And as I get his opinion, I find out more about my opinion, right? Remember the episode I did about on opinions? So as he tells me his opinion, I usually have a reaction like, oh, no, that's totally not true. Or sometimes I think, wow, oh, okay, maybe it's true. Or sometimes I think, oh, this exactly it, right? But just talking through it is something that is very helpful. And you use that opportunity with your partner to get closer instead of pulling apart, withdrawing, shutting down. And you don't shut down on yourself either, right? So it's like a win-win situation where you connect with yourself and you connect with them. So I think this is so beautiful. And the same applies to your children as well, because it doesn't matter who's on the other end of your thoughts and your feelings. It's still going to be your thoughts and your feelings, and the feelings will drive how you show up. So if you think the other person is causing your anger, you're going to take it out on them. You're going to tell them it's their fault, that they should change how they behave so you're not angry. It's never, ever about them. It's always about you. So take that opportunity to pause. Don't react. Just feel what you're feeling and ask yourself questions. Why am I feeling this way? Why is this coming up for me? What am I needing in this moment? Am I needing comfort? Am I needing reassurance? Do I need to feel safe? And then as you answer them, you say, yes, I need to feel safe. Then how do you feel safe? Well, for me, I just tell myself, I am safe. I am safe. I'll take care of myself. Everything is good. I'm safe. I'll do this and this and this to make sure that I take care of myself. And that's how we can strive to be in a relationship that is kind of what we like, the ideal quote unquote relationship, where each step makes us closer, brings us closer to ourselves and the other person. So if you need any help with your relationships, I'm always here to help you. You can find me on my website, www.coachingnatalia.com. And I'm sure as you apply these, you will get closer to yourself and the other person. You can always email me if you can't find the time that you need at Natalia at coachingnatalia.com. All right, guys, have a beautiful week, and I love you.